Hey man, take a deep breath. I know exactly where your head's at right now. That tightness in your chest, that endless loop of what ifs eating away at you. Maybe she's been distant, taking longer to reply, or acting like she doesn't care. Or maybe she just dropped a bomb on you. I need space. I'm not sure about us. Or worst of all, she just walked away without a second thought. And now you're stuck, over-analyzing every conversation, replaying every moment, wondering if you should text her, explain yourself, fight for her, do something to fix it. But stop, right now. I need you to hear this, not just with your ears, but with every part of you. No contact is your power move. This isn't about playing games, trying to make her miss you, or pulling some manipulative trick. This is about you, your self-respect, your dignity, your peace of mind. I know it feels like you've lost control, but you haven't. You just need to take it back. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you, it could change everything. Point 1. No contact is about power, not punishment. Most guys get no contact completely wrong. They think it's a trick, a sneaky way to manipulate her into chasing, to make her miss them, or to regain control over the situation. That's the wrong mindset. Because if your goal is to make her react, you're still centering everything around her. You're still making her opinion of you the most important thing. And that's exactly why you feel powerless right now. No contact isn't about her. It's about you. It's about stepping back, reclaiming your energy, and proving to yourself that you don't need validation from someone who isn't valuing you. It's about breaking the cycle of attachment and reminding yourself that you were complete before she came into your life, and you'll be just as complete without her. Think about it. Every time you reach out, every time you send that, "Hey, just checking in" text, every time you try to patch things up, you're reinforcing the idea that she holds all the power. You're telling her, "I'll be here no matter how you treat me. I'll always be an option for you." And that's a losing position. Because here's the truth. People value what they have to earn. If you make yourself constantly available, if you're always trying to fix things, if you're chasing someone who isn't reciprocating, you're lowering your own worth in their eyes. Why? Because deep down, we all instinctively know that something rare is valuable, something scarce is desirable. But the moment you stop chasing, something shifts. Suddenly, she's the one who has to sit with the silence. She's the one left wondering, why isn't he trying? Did he move on? Was I wrong about him? That uncertainty, that space where she doesn't know if she still has you, that's what flips the dynamic. And no, this isn't about playing games to hurt her or trying to make her feel bad. It's about sending yourself a clear message. I respect myself too much to beg for someone's attention. And the best part? It doesn't matter if she comes back or not. Because when you truly embrace no contact, you'll realize something even more important. You never needed her in the first place. When you go no contact, you're making a statement. You're showing her, and more importantly, yourself, that you're strong enough to walk away from a situation that isn't serving you. And when you do that, whether she comes back or not, you've already won. Because the real victory is getting yourself back. And once you do that, everything changes. Quick break. The course has been reopened. In 4 days, it will close. Few spots left. For those who cannot afford it, I created a one-to-one chat with me. Choose your package and let's solve the problem you have with your girl together. Don't wait around thinking you have time. You don't. The girl you want, someone else will take her if you don't learn these secrets, and you will be stuck wondering what went wrong. This is your chance to level up and leave your old self behind. This is the last time you'll get it at this price. Next time, it will cost more. Time's running out. Don't let this opportunity slip by. Point 2. Women crave certainty. No contact creates uncertainty. Listen, man, most guys make the same mistake. They make it too easy. They send that, "Hey, how have you been?" text. They check in just to see if she's okay. They keep the door open, hoping, praying that she'll walk back through it. And guess what? She expects it. She's used to men throwing themselves at her. She knows that no matter how she acts, there's always someone willing to wait around for her, to beg for her attention, to try and prove their worth. But the moment you go silent, that's a shock to her system. Suddenly the script is flipped. The same girl who was so sure she had you wrapped around her finger is now sitting there wondering, wait, why isn't he texting? Did he move on? Is he seeing someone else? Was I wrong about him? That uncertainty, it's powerful, because here's something most guys don't realize. Women don't just crave attention, they crave certainty. They want to know they have you, that no matter what happens, you'll always be there, waiting, that they can push you away, pull you back, and you'll still be standing right where they left you. But when you go no contact, you remove that certainty. You break the cycle. And when a woman doesn't know where she stands with you, that's when she starts thinking about you more than ever. At first, she might brush it off. She might tell herself, oh, he'll reach out eventually. But as the days go by, as the silence stretches longer and longer, something changes. That confidence she had, it starts to crack. She starts checking her phone more often. She starts clicking on your profile just to see if you've posted anything. She starts wondering, did I misjudge him? Did I lose him for good? And that's when the tables turn, because the guy who doesn't beg, the guy who isn't afraid to walk away, that's the guy she can't ignore. That's the guy who isn't just another option. He's the one that got away. And even if she never comes back, it doesn't matter. Because when you go no contact, you're not doing it for her. You're doing it for yourself, to shift the focus back on your own life, your own goals, your own growth. And when you do that, you become the kind of man who doesn't chase, he attracts. That's power, that's control, and that's exactly why no contact works. Point 3, no contact forces you to break the addiction. Let's be real, man. Right now, you're not addicted to her. You're addicted to the idea of her. You're not just missing her, you're missing the comfort, the routine, the little rush you got every time her name popped up on your phone. And that's not love, that's addiction. See, love and attraction, it's just chemistry, your brain flooding with dopamine every time you interact with her, just like a drug. That's why every time she texts back, every time you scroll through old pictures, every time you check her social media just to see what she's up to, you're not moving on, you're taking another hit. And like any addiction, the more you feed it, the worse it gets. That's why no contact isn't about punishing her. It's about saving you. It's about cutting off the supply, stepping back and letting your mind reset. Think about it. Have you ever tried quitting a bad habit, but you kept justifying one last time, one last cigarette, one last drink, one last peek at her Instagram? You tell yourself it's harmless, but deep down, you know the truth. Every time you break and check up on her, you're keeping yourself stuck. So here's the harsh truth. She's not the cure. You don't need another conversation with her, another closure talk, or another reminder of what you lost. What you need is a detox. And yeah, it's gonna suck at first. Withdrawal always does. You'll feel restless, you'll want to reach out, you'll have moments where your mind convinces you that she was different, that maybe, just maybe, if you said the right thing, things would change. But that's just your addiction talking. The longer you stay away, the clearer things become. You start to realize she's just another girl. Not the goddess your mind made her out to be, not some mythical one that got away, and definitely not the one person who completes you, because here's the truth. You were already whole before she ever came into your life. And once you break free from that illusion, once you stop craving her and start focusing on something far more important, that's when everything changes. That's when you get your power back. That's when you start moving forward. That's when you realize you don't need her. You never did, and you never will. Point 4, no contact only works if you fully commit. Listen up, man. This isn't something you can do halfway. You can't treat no contact like a maybe or I'll try it situation. Most guys say they're doing no contact, but they're still stalking her Instagram, still accidentally running into her, still checking if she's active online. That's not no contact. That's self-sabotage. You can't heal if you're still keeping the door cracked open, even just a little. If you want to truly move forward, you need to make the decision to fully close that door. No exceptions. You have to cut off every possible access. Delete her number. Unfollow her. Get rid of the old photos and reminders that keep pulling you back into the past. Make it physically impossible for yourself to reach out, because the second you do, you're right back where you started. You're throwing away all the progress you've made and putting yourself in the exact same cycle that got you hurt in the first place. Think about it like this. If you're trying to quit smoking, Do you leave a pack of cigarettes lying around just in case? Number, you get rid of them. You remove the temptation. You clear the path so you can't fall back into that old habit. No contact works the same way. The only way to break free is to go all in. No safety nets, no excuses, just a clean break. I know it's going to be tough at first. Hell, it might even feel like torture. You'll probably second guess yourself. You'll think, maybe I should just check in once. Or maybe she's moved on and I'm the one stuck. But that's the addiction talking. That's the part of you that's scared of facing the truth. But once you push through, once you let go completely and stop looking back, that's when everything changes. That's when you finally start healing. That's when you break free. And I promise it's worth it. You're building a new version of yourself, one that doesn't need her to feel whole, one that's ready to move forward, one that's stronger than ever. Point 5, the real power move. Move on. Let me drop some truth on you, man. This is something most guys aren't ready to hear. No contact isn't about getting her back. It's about getting yourself back. It's about reclaiming the power you've lost in this whole situation and putting the focus back where it belongs, on you. If she comes back, awesome, that's her choice. But if she doesn't, even better. Because the real power move here isn't sitting around, stuck in limbo, waiting and hoping she'll come around and realize what she lost. No, the real power move is walking away with your head held high and choosing to move forward, not backward. Here's what happens when you stop caring, when you finally make the decision to stop letting her dictate how you feel or how you live your life. When you stop putting her at the center of your world, that's when you win. That's when the real shift happens, deep within you. Your focus shifts from obsessing over her, wondering what she's doing and waiting for her to make a move, to focusing on the things that actually matter, yourself. Think about it. When you focus on you, you start to take back control of your life. You start focusing on your goals, your passions, your growth as a person. You realize that there is a whole world of opportunities out there, and you're the one who gets to chase them. Your future starts to come into sharper focus, and it feels like the weight has been lifted off your shoulders. That's when everything starts to change, not just in your life, but in yourself. Now, when you stop chasing, that's when the real transformation takes place. You no longer feel like you're the one chasing validation or seeking approval from someone who wasn't willing to invest in you the way you deserve. You start valuing yourself, your time, your energy, your worth, so much more. You stop being the guy who's clinging to someone who walked away. You become the guy who's no longer worried about what's going on with her because you know you're enough on your own. You no longer need her to complete you. And that's exactly the kind of man women really notice. The shift is subtle, but powerful. It's not about playing games, trying to make her jealous, or trying to force her hand. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't waste time on someone who didn't want to fight for him. When you stop chasing, stop begging, stop holding on to something that's slipping away, that's when you start creating your own destiny. And that's when the right woman will notice you. Not because you were playing some strategic game to win her back, but because you became the man she couldn't ignore. When you finally move on, when you level up and grow into the person you're meant to be, that's when you'll realize the most powerful thing of all. You didn't need her to begin with. She was just a chapter in your story, not the whole book. You're the one writing it, and that's what matters. Here's the thing, man. If you're still obsessing over a girl who isn't treating you the way you deserve, it's time to make a change. It's time to stop, right now. You don't need to wait for her to come around. You don't need to keep hoping or wishing things will magically get better. Go no contact, no texting, no calls, no checking her social media. Just disappear for a while and focus on what's really important, yourself. This isn't about trying to get her to miss you or wonder where you went. This is about building yourself back up. It's about strengthening your mindset, working on your goals, and improving the areas of your life that need growth. Whether she comes back or not, you'll be better for it. Because here's the real power you'll discover. The moment you truly let go of her, you'll realize something that will change your life. You never needed her in the first place. She was just a part of your story, a piece of the puzzle, but you are the one who's been piecing it all together. You're the one who's going to write the rest of this story, and you're the one who gets to decide how it ends. So, start today, let go, focus on you, and keep leveling up. Because the more you focus on yourself and your growth, the stronger, more fulfilled, and more powerful you become. And that's when everything changes. That's when you'll see opportunities and people coming into your life that align with the man you've become.